welcome to our first installment of Inside the Huddle. Alongside the head coach Greg Ruffin, I'm Joshua Jackson. Each week we'll take a look at a position on the football program, getting you closer to the beginning of training camp and the start of the 2018 season. Coach, one thing you talked about when you first took the job back in December was being able to create a lot of competition. You and your coaching staff certainly have done that with the guys that you're going to be bringing coming into this fall.
Yeah, I think the guys did a good job of just kind of analyzing what we had, what our strengths and weaknesses were. Coming out for 0-10 football season, I think it was the onus was on getting an abundance of talent and getting a lot of depth at various positions, and I'm pretty satisfied with what we accomplished as a staff.
And one thing that the community as a whole is really excited about the things that are going on here on campus with the building of the football stadium and the anticipation of the 2018 season, really continuing to get the Edward Waters College football brand outside of the community.
I think everything that we're doing is leading up to, as we progress through this year, trying to get better each week, and as we heighten the enthusiasm and the anticipation as we get through this season and as we move towards next year, as we move into our new stadium. But of course, we're not going to wait till next year to win games. We want to be very competitive, and we want to kind of grow our fan base, our constituents, and do the things that we need to do to get our name out there, especially in this area.
And speaking of the first position, talking about the quarterback position, you signed the 6 guys, and there's going to be a lot of battles there to see who's going to be able to be the starting quarterback for Edward Waters in 2018.
Yeah, I mean, we have a great balance of kids with various skill sets. We have a couple of big guys that can throw the football, move around a little bit, and then we got some guys that have a very good skill set running and throwing. So it's going to be, kind of interesting to see how the cards play out at that position. One thing I can assure you is we got enough people at that position that we can be successful this year. And I don't think it's asking too much to ask one of these young guys to lead us. I mean, we got, like I said, it's 6 guys that can play, and I think the talent level at that position has grown exponentially, just in day one when they step in camp.
Here with Edward Waters offensive coordinator and quarterback coach Damon Smith. Coach, you've signed 6 quarterbacks, getting ready to play in the 2018 season. There's only one ball to go around, so you guys are really going to have a tough time trying to figure out what quarterback's going to lead this team going into 2018.
Yes, with the type of talent that we have coming in, it is going to be a competition from the time these guys step on campus. We have 6 quality quarterbacks from all over the area, from Florida to South Carolina to even the southern Alabama and southern Georgia areas. These guys are ready to come in and they can ball right now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let them guys go crazy, put the competition out there, just let it go, and may the best man win.
First quarterback we'll take a look at is this 5'11", 170-pounder from right here in Jacksonville, a guy who really led a renaissance in football over there at Robert E. Lee High School. Of course, that's Derek Noodle Jones, the former FHSAA 7A Player of the Year.
Yes, extremely athletic and can throw the football. Like I said, a lot of these guys have the same characteristics, but the Noodle is a little bit, they're all on the same level, but with the moves and stuff that he can make, this kid is really stature-wise, he's not as tall as Lamar Jackson, but he gives you that Lamar Jackson effect.
Another guy we'll take a look at is Landon Washington, a guy out of North Augusta High School up in South Carolina. Another guy that's a dynamic guy when you look at him on film, 5'11", 190, but plays bigger than his frame.
Yes, he does. Similar to Jones as far as his style, but he's more of a passer. He'll make it sit in the pocket. He's one of those guys that would rather throw that ball from the pocket. If he's rolling outside the pocket, he's looking to scramble to deliver the ball downfield rather than run. But believe me, when he runs, he can run.
And he does run with reckless advantage. Just looking at some of his film, he's run a lot of people over there.
Yes.
They're up there in North Augusta. Next guy we'll take a look at, we go over to the state of Alabama, that talent-rich state, of course, the national champions here in Alabama. We go over to Wilcox Central High School. We'll take a look at Jonathan Hayden, 6'1", 220 out of Wilcox Central High School.
Yes, he's huge. Big guy, big arm. He came out here to visit, and I promise you, I thought he was one of the linebackers coming in. That's 6'1", I think that kid is every bit around 6'3". He must hit a growth spurt since the last time he made his huddle. But he's a good kid, good strong arm, great footwork. Like I said, all the guys are pretty much the same, but he has great footwork for a big guy. You think a lot of guys just want to sit there and not move. He can get outside the pocket, and he too, when he gets downfield, be ready. Be ready.
Absolutely. We'll go up to Georgia now. Go to Loganville High School. David Smith, 6'4", 220. Got a chance to look at his film. He reminds you a lot of a Cam Newton type guy because of his size. He's very hard to bring down, but has a rocket for him.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. David is, again, another one of the big guys. Like I was saying, he's a bigger guy, still has the good footwork as a smaller guy. He's not as fast as all the other guys, but again, once he crosses that line and makes a move to say he's going to run the football, again, you make a business decision if you want to come up there and hit this guy. But again, in the pocket, this guy has good footwork, good strong arm, like you said, and they deliver, all these guys deliver great ball. The ball jumps out their hands when they throw the pass.
Next guy we'll take a look at, we'll go over to Monticello, Florida, just over on I-10. Go to Jefferson County and go to Somerset Charter School and take a look at Ja'Shawn Francis, a guy 6', 175, a guy very dynamic in the pocket, is able to make plays from outside the pocket, but also another guy that has a strong arm.
Yes, he does. Ja'Shawn, the last two guys we're going to discuss, these are my slims, these are my tall guys, rails, you know what I'm saying, but they can, again, make plays. Ja'Shawn is a guy that, watching his film, the ball jumps off his hands, and he's a pocket passer. I know a lot of guys, they expect, to be athletic because of, height and weight, their frame or whatever, but these guys can sit in the pocket, deliver good passes into tight areas, and they make good decisions. And when you sit there and meet these kids, you find out that, especially with Ja'Shawn, that these guys are students of the game. They know exactly what's going on.
Absolutely. We'll wrap it up. We're going down south to Plantation, Florida, Plantation High. Take a look at Rashard Brent, 6', 180 out of Plantation High.
Yes, Rashard is one of the quarterbacks coming from a mainly a wing tee offense. You would think that he would, his footwork would be, remarkable, shuffle, something like that. Footwork just as good as anybody out there in the big. He can work from the shotgun on to the center. Good throwing the ball on the run, and he can sit in the pocket, deliver a ball, get the elbow up. Again, like I said all the other guys, that ball comes out of their hands. This is going to be a monumental competition. We might have to go live and get some social media. This might be our own mid-11 type deal.
Absolutely. When you look at those 6 guys, when you look at the offense that you're putting together, these 6 guys are really have to come in and really going to have to digest a lot coming in from high school, coming to the college system, just being able to digest this offense and really begin to get things going in the right direction for the team in 2018.
Yes, when you go, the verbiage and the speed of the game is something you have to catch up with it quickly. But like I said, we'll be meeting with the kids and talking things over as the summer progresses, and we'll get them ready. So when they do step in, they can step in. They're getting out of the car after they pack their stuff up, and they're running onto the field ready to roll. So we're going to make sure that we get them in a good situation, and make sure that they're prepared off the field. So when they get on the field, we're going to let that natural talent roll.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks for the time.
I appreciate it.
Well, Coach, those are the 6 quarterbacks that you signed. A lot of talent, a lot of excitement going into the 2018 season. And next week we'll take a look at the running back position. That's an exciting position for you as well.
Yeah, and I think, as we move forward, as we get in there talking about running back play next week, you're going to see some guys. We're constantly getting guys. We've got another couple of guys. But, talking about this quarterback class, and as Coach Smith went in depth, we're excited about it. I think we got a chance to get this thing turned around. Just in particular, it's going to determine how special we are up front this year. But one thing about it, we won't be short on bodies, and we won't be short on effort and attitude.
Well, we'll look forward to it next week. For the head coach, Greg Ruffin, and for offensive coordinator, Damon Smith, I'm Joshua Jackson. We'll talk to you again next week. We'll take a look at the running back position right here on Inside the Huddle.